Activity number 29. Creating class methods and using information hiding. Suppose you work for an electronics company that has a new music player device that it wants to release to the market. The software for this device needs to support over-the-air updates that enable users to listen to their favorite tune painless. Create a class that represents portable music player. The music player class should have a play method, which sets the first track from the list of tracks as currently playing. The list of tracks should be a private attribute. Additionally, it should have a firmware version attribute and an update firmware class method that updates the firmware version. Steps are as follows. Define the music player class by adding the firmware version as class attribute. Define the initializer method and pre-populate the track list with a few songs. Make sure the music track store is private. Define the play method, which sets the current_track attribute to the first item in the tracks list. Define the list tracks method, which returns the list of tracks in the music player. Finally, we shall add the update firmware version method, which checks for whether the new version being provided is more recent than the current firmware version before updating. We can then add a few test lines and run the script. At the end, we run the following test lines to check our activity or program. Solution of the activity number 29. Start class music player. We define a class music player and initialize firmware version, which is a class attribute. Firmware_version set to 1.0. Define constructor of class music player. This constructor sets the private attribute track, and track is a list of songs: Moon Age, Dream, Starman, Life on Mars. This is a private attribute. Self.current_track set to none. Define play method to set first track. Define play method current_track is equal to self.double_track of 0. Its mean first song set to current_track. Return self.current_track. Define a method list_track, which returns the list of all tracks. This method list_track returns all the tracks in the lists. Define class method update_firmware to update the version of firmware. First parameter is class and second parameter is new version of firmware. If new version of firmware is greater than the existing version, then existing version is equal to new version. And class music player. Create an object of class music player. Player is an instance of class music player. Print available tracks. Print tracks currently on devices. Player dot list_tracks. Update firmware version through class method by using update_firmware method. Now we update our firmware version from 1.0 to 2.0 by calling update_firmware method. And now we print the firmware version. Now we print our updated firmware version. Player.firmware version. Use play method. Check which track is running. Player.call play method. Print currently playing track is player.current track. Will print the currently running track.